Senior High School On-Air Academy. Unstoppable! Delivering you quality education amidst pandemic.
To defer school opening to October 5.
Unstoppable!
Giving you accessible learning platform anytime, anywhere.
Ang klase, whatever form it is.
Comprehensible!
Buckle up and get yourself ready.
I will repeat, then you will do it later on.
Accurate!
The sphere that includes all living
Today,
things.
we will be talking about rational functions.
Simplified.
This is Jaw speaking. How may I help you?
This is the School Radio's Senior High School On-Air
On-Air
Academy. And now, here's your new episode for I Am Beautiful.
Your guide in the subject, personal development. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
Good day, everyone, especially to our learners in grade 11. This is your School on the Air in Personal Development. We are glad and happy to be with you again on the radio. I am your teacher for today, Maria Jamila R. Pua. Let me give you a friendly reminder before we begin. Make sure that you are in a place that is silent and calm in order for you to better understand the broadcast today. Please prepare the materials needed for this lesson like your journal, notebook, pens, and others for you to write your answers, reflections, insights, comments, and opinions. If everything is already prepared, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy listening. Before we start with our new lesson, let's have a quick review of the things you learned last time. You were taught on how to develop a plan to enhance brain. There are actually 4 steps to follow. First, you need to clear out your vision. Second, outline your strengths and weaknesses. Third, develop your personal plan. And lastly, review and adopt. You are also taught what are to consider when making your plan, such as your goal, timelines, support systems, possible hindrances, and tracking your progress. Now, be ready with your quiz notebook as we check your answers in your quiz last episode. Let's start with number 1. The answer is true. Number 2, the answer is false. Number 3 is true. For number 4, true is true. And number 5, true. Congratulations for a job well done. I believe that you are going to do a great job again today as we start a new topic. So what else are we waiting for? Get ready, my dear learners. But before we formally proceed, let us listen to this infomercial.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Wow! Adobong manok! Ang sarap naman ng ulam namin! Ang bango pa! Kainan na!
Hep hep hep! Buknoy, may nakalimutan ka ata.
Ha? Wala kuya! Gutom na po ako kaya kumain na po tayo!
Buknoy, nakalimutan mong maghugas ng kamay. Lagi mong tatandaan, bago kumain, ugaliin nating maghugas ng kamay. Ang wastong paghuhugas ng kamay ay isang epektibong paraan upang matanggal ang bakterya at germs na lumikit sa ating mga kamay. Ito ay makatutulong upang maiwasan natin ang pagkalat ng sakit sa ating paligid.
Sige po kuya! Uugaliin ko na po ang wastong paghuhugas ng aking kamay bago kumain. Kainan na!
Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Welcome back, my dear learners. we can now start our new topic. You may have heard people mention IQ when talking about intellect and how smart someone is. For example, John is the top of his class and he's so good at math and science. But he has difficulty seeing when others are irritated, worried, or sad. He does not know how people's emotions may cause future behavior. He does not know what to do to regulate his own feelings. He may have a high IQ, but his EQ is low. Do you know what IQ stands for? You're right, intellectual quotient or intelligence quotient. It can help predict how well someone may do academically. How about EQ class? Correct. It means emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage our emotions. Emotional intelligence is sometimes called EI or EQ for short. Just as a high IQ can predict top test scores, a high EQ can predict success in social and emotional situations. EQ helps us build strong relationships, make good decisions, and deal with difficult situations. One way to think about EQ is that it's part of being people smart. Consider Julio, the friend of John. He may not be as intelligent as John, but he knows how to react in social situations and one-on-one. Understanding and getting along with people helps us to be successful in almost any area of life. In fact, some studies showed that EQ is more important than IQ when it comes to doing well in school or being successful at work. After all, we just want a social conversation when eating our meal and not a talk about how the sun appears to revolve around the earth. And when a person is heartbroken, you don't want to know the science behind a broken heart. You just need a comfort. Now that you know the meaning of emotional intelligence, I want to ask you something. Would you rather be emotionally intelligent or academically intelligent? Please give a short explanation of your answer in your notebook. I repeat, would you rather be emotionally intelligent or academically intelligent? Please give a short explanation of your answer in your notebook. Great job, learners! Thank you! Thank you for sharing your response in my question. Now let us continue with our lesson. Why is it important to manage emotions? Emotions are what you feel on the inside when things happen. Emotions are also known as feelings. Are you curious? Hopeful that you will learn something about yourself? Bored because this is something you have to do for school and you're not really into it? Or happy because it's a school project you enjoy even though you're at home? Perhaps you're distracted by someone else, like feeling excited about your weekend plans, or sad because you just went through a breakup. Yes, we feel a lot of emotions in a day. Like when you woke up, you were happy and excited to go to school because you dreamt about your crush, and that gave a good night's sleep. But suddenly it rains, so your emotion went down to being gloomy and sad. Emotions like these are part of human nature. They give us information about what we're experiencing and helps us know how to react. We sense our emotions from the time we're babies. Infants and young children react to their emotions with facial expressions, or with actions like laughing, cuddling, or crying. They feel and show emotions, but they don't yet have the ability to name the emotion or say why they feel that way. As we grow up, we become more skilled in understanding emotions. Instead of just reacting like little kids do, we can identify what we feel and put it into words. With time and practice, we get better at knowing what we are feeling and why. This skill is called emotional awareness. Emotional awareness helps us know what we need and want, or don't want. It helps us build better relationships. That's because being aware of our emotions can help us talk about feelings more clearly, avoid or resolve conflicts better, and move past difficult feelings more easily. Some people are naturally more in touch with their emotions than others. The good news, my dear learners, is that everyone can be more aware of their emotions. You can be aware of your emotions. It just takes practice. But it's worth the effort. Emotional awareness is the first step toward building emotional intelligence, a skill that can help people succeed in life. The second step is to be skilled in regulating your emotions or the self-management. For example, when your younger sibling or cousin has a meltdown, you may feel angry or even amused. But instead of yelling or laughing, you regulate your emotions in order to talk to your sibling calmly about how she could react instead. Third is to be considerate of the emotional energies of other individuals or the social awareness. That instead of yelling inside your classroom because you heard your classmates talking about you, you will talk to her in private because you want to be considerate of the feelings of your other classmates. And last is to be able to deal with the emotions of other people or the social skills. You can able to talk with a classmate that bullies your other friends. These proficiencies identify the emotional quotient of a person. Emotional quotient measures the emotional intelligence of a person. We can all work to build even stronger emotional intelligence skills just by recognizing what we feel, understanding how we got there, understanding how others feel and why, and putting your emotions into heartfelt words when we need to. There are three components of intense feelings or emotions. These are subjective, physiological, and expressive. In order to have a full grasp of the nature of intense feelings, it is important to become aware of these three elements. 1. Subjective. The manner by which people personally or internally relate with emotion. 2. Physiological. The bodily response to emotions. 3. Expressive. The way by which individuals respond to emotions. For example, when you were a kid, you were told that dogs are dangerous. That is subjective. So when a dog chased you, your body will signal the brain that will prepare you to run and make your heart rate increases. That's physiological and expressive. What are the three components of intense feelings again, learners? You're right. Subjective, physiological, and expressive. These three elements of emotions can influence the role and meaning of emotional reactions. Emotions can be classified as positive or negative and may come in varying intensities. Positive intensity are assessed with 6 items. 1. Confident, feeling able to do something. 2. Energetic, feeling full of energy. 3. Excited, feeling happy and aroused. 4. Glad, feeling joy and pleasure. 5. Proud, feeling pleased for doing well. 6. Relaxed, feeling at ease or calm and without worry. Negative intensity is assessed with 9 items. 1. Afraid, feeling fear and worry. 2. Angry, feeling mad with a person, act, or idea. 3. Ashamed, feeling bad after doing wrong. 4. Confused, feeling unable to think clear. 5. Depressed, feeling sad, blue, discouraged, and unhappy. 6. Embarrassed, feeling worried about what others may think. 7. Jealous, feeling upset when someone has something that you would like to have or they get to do something you wanted. 8. Lonely, feeling alone and that nobody cares. 9. Stressed, feeling tense, tired, uneasy, and overwhelmed. Some emotions feel positive and others can seem more negative. Both positive and negative emotions are normal. All emotions tell us something about ourselves and our situation. But sometimes, we find it hard to accept what we feel. We might judge ourselves for feeling a certain way, like if we feel jealous, for example, but instead of thinking we shouldn't feel that way, it's better to notice how we actually feel. Avoiding negative feelings or pretending we don't feel the way we do can backfire. It's harder to move past difficult feelings and allow them to fade if we don't face them and try to understand why we feel that way. So, if your classmate made you angry because he or she is not helping you in your group work, you approach him or her and clear things in order for you to have no hard feelings. But you don't have to dwell on your emotions or constantly talk about how you feel. Emotional awareness simply means recognizing, respecting, and accepting your feelings as they happen. Just like anything else in life, when it comes to emotions, practice makes perfect. Remind yourself there are no good or bad emotions. Don't judge your feelings. Just keep noticing and naming them. Are you still with me, class? Did you understand our lesson for today? To sum it up, emotional intelligence is sometimes called EQ or EI for short. Just as a high IQ can predict top test scores, a high EQ can predict success in social and emotional situations. EQ helps us build strong relationships, make good decisions, and deal with difficult situations. One way to think about EQ is that it's part of being people smart. As we grow up, we become more skilled in understanding emotions. Emotional awareness is the first step toward building emotional intelligence, a skill that can help people succeed in life. The second step is to be skilled in regulating your emotions, or the self-management. Third is to be considerate of the emotional energies of other individuals, or the social awareness. And last is to be able to deal with the emotions of other people, or the social skills. We have 15 emotional intensities that were categorized into positive and negative intensity. positive intensity is assessed with 6 items. 1. Confident. 2. Energetic. 3. Excited. 4. Glad. 5. Proud. 6. Relaxed. Negative intensity is assessed with 9 items. 1. Afraid. 2. Angry. 3. Ashamed. 4. Confused. 5. Depressed. 6. Embarrassed. 7. Jealous. 8. Lonely. 9. Stressed. Both positive and negative emotions are normal. All emotions tell us something about ourselves and our situation. But sometimes, we find it hard to accept what we feel. Just like anything else in life, when it comes to emotions, practice makes perfect. Remind yourself there are no good or bad emotions. Don't judge your feelings. Just keep noticing and naming them. Hooray! We are done with our topic. Before we have your quiz and activities, let us listen to this infomercial.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you! Ngayon ba ang kaarawan mo? Hindi! Hinuhugasan ko lamang ng mabuti ang aking kamay. Sabi ng DOH, 2 happy birthday songs daw upang makaiwas tayo sa COVID-19. Wow! Ang galing naman! Simula ngayon, maghuhugas na ako ng kamay habang umaawit ng happy birthday. Ang inyong kalinisan at disiplina ang magliligtas sa inyo. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, DepEd at ng himpilang ito.
Let us check how much you understand the lesson for today through a quiz. Please prepare your notebook and listen to me carefully. Are you ready? Great! For the following statements, write the word true if it's correct and false if not. If the statement is false, replace the word or words that makes it incorrect with the word or words that will make the statement true. I will give 2 points in each item. Let's begin. Number 1. Intellectual intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage our emotions. Number 2. Emotional awareness helps us know what we need and want, or don't want. Again, number 2. Emotional awareness helps us know what we need and want, or don't want. Number 3. One way to think about emotional quotient is that it's part of being people smart. Number 4. Feeling happy and feeling at ease are examples of negative emotional intensity. Again, number 4. Feeling happy and feeling at ease are examples of negative emotional intensity. Number 5. Being confused and stressed are examples of positive emotional intensity. Did you answer every item? End of the quiz. Hands up. Wave. As if I can see it. Good job, learners! Now let's have another activity. This time, write your response in your journal. This activity is about your reflection. Number 1. Write on the emotions you have felt recently and the circumstances in which you felt them. Again, Write on the emotions you have felt recently and the circumstances in which you felt them. Number 2. Write about your emotional self-awareness. Again, write about your emotional self-awareness. And number 3, what have you learned through these exercises and how you can use these learnings to improve your emotional development? Again, what have you learned through these exercises and how you can use these learnings to improve your emotional development? Good luck! Congratulations, my dear learners! I'm proud of you all because you were able to finish this episode. I hope that you learned a lot today. For checking of your notebooks and journals, please drop it to the designated drop box found in your barangay hall. That's all for today, my dear learners. But don't worry, we will have another exciting topic next time. So always keep on listening here. Take care of yourself. Don't go out if possible. Finish all the activities given to you and enjoy the new normal of education. Again, I'm your teacher on air, Maria Jamila R. Pua, saying, take control of your emotions before emotions take control of you. See you again next week. God bless! The script for this episode is produced by STO Isabela RBI Reproduction Team.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Hi, ikaw si Mara, di ba? Yung laging nalilate sa klase? Ako si Gab. Bakit ka ba laging nalilate sa klase?
Kumikit kumulang 7 kilometro kasi ang nilalakad ko araw-araw papasok sa paaralan. Bukod pa ron, kailangan ko munang pakainin ng mga alaga naming hayop at papaliguan ng aking mga nakababatang kapatid na papasok din sa elementarya. Tuloy, lagi akong nahuhuli.
Pero lagi kitang nakikita sa pangalawang kanto ah. Gusto mo bang sumabay na lang sa tricycle namin araw-araw? Para hindi ka na rin mahuli sa klase. Hihintayin ka na lang namin sa tapat ng bahay para sabay na tayo. Ano, ayos ba?
Naku, totoo ba? Maraming salamat kung ganon. Sasabihan ko ang inay tungkol sa magandang balitang ito. Salamat ha! Ano nga ulit ang pangalan mo?
Gabriel.
Pagtutulungan ay pairalin, pagiging makasarili ay tuluyang limutin. Isang paalala mula sa DepEd at ng himpilang ito.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Wow! Adobong manok! Ang sarap naman ng ulam namin! Ang bango pa! Kainan na!
Hep hep hep! Buknoy, may nakalimutan ka ata.
Ha? Wala kuya! Gutom na po ako kaya kumain na po tayo.
Buknoy, nakalimutan mong maghugas ng kamay. Lagi mong tatandaan, bago kumain, ugaliin nating maghugas ng kamay. Ang wastong paghuhugas ng kamay ay isang epektibong paraan upang matanggal ang bakterya at germs na lumikit sa ating mga kamay. Ito ay makatutulong upang maiwasan natin ang pagkalat ng sakit sa ating paligid.
Sige po kuya, uugaliin ko na po ang wastong paghuhugas ng aking kamay bago kumain. Kainan na!
Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Huwag mo nga akong maiiyakan dyan. Hindi ka artista para magdrama-drama ng ganyan. O ano naman ngayon kung binubuli ka sa school? Mahina ka kasi kaya ganyan. Yung mga pinsan mo ang tataas ng marka, tapos ikaw ano? Pumasok ka na doon at mag-aral ka na. Ang napabayaan at napahabang bullying ay maaaring maging sanhi ng depresyon. Ang mga usaping ito ay hindi biro at hindi pawang kaartehan lamang. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.